This is the story of Sion, the undead juggernaut of Noxus. Before he became a monster, Sion was a man, a warrior born for battle, a giant among soldiers. His life was forged in blood, conquest, and war. In the eyes of Noxus, strength was everything, and Sion embodied it better than anyone alive. He crushed enemies with overwhelming brutality and became a living symbol of the Empire's unstoppable might. But Sion's greatest battle came during the ancient wars between Noxus and Demacia. The battlefield burned beneath black smoke and steel. Thousands died screaming as the two nations clashed. Yet, amidst the chaos, Sion had only one goal: kill the Demacian king, Jarvan the First. Sion charged through enemy lines like a living siege weapon. Spears shattered against his skin. Soldiers flew aside beneath his axe. Even mortally wounded, he refused to fall. His body was torn apart by blades and arrows, but rage kept him moving. And then, he reached the king. With his final strength, Sion struck down Jarvan the First, crushing the ruler of Demacia before finally collapsing himself. The battlefield fell silent. Noxus celebrated him as a legend, a hero who had sacrificed everything for victory. But death would not free Sion. Years later, Noxian warlords sought darker powers to strengthen their empire, using forbidden blood magic and necromancy. They dragged Sion's soul back into his corpse. What returned was no longer truly human. He awoke, chained in darkness, confused, furious, hungry for violence. His body had become a nightmare of rotting flesh and iron. His heart no longer beat, massive armor was bolted directly into his corpse, and his memories faded like ash in the wind. He could barely remember who he once was. But one thing remained: war. The Black Rose, the secret cabal manipulating Noxus from the shadows, turned Sion into a weapon. Before each battle, they locked him away like a beast, and when war began, they unleashed him upon the enemy. Entire armies vanished beneath his axe. Walls shattered when he charged. Soldiers fled at the sound of his roar. Even allies feared standing too close to him, because Sion no longer fought with honor or purpose. He fought because slaughter was the only thing keeping the fragments of his mind alive. Yet deep inside the monster, traces of the old warrior still remained. Sometimes, in the middle of battle, Sion would remember flashes of his past. The cheers of Noxian crowds, the feeling of pride, the moment he killed a king. But those memories were broken, drowned beneath endless rage and death. Every resurrection made him less human. Every battle turned him more into a weapon. Still, Noxus continued to use him. To the Empire, Sion was proof of ultimate strength. A warrior so powerful that even death itself could not stop him. And so, he marches endlessly across Runeterra, an undead giant carrying a furnace of hatred inside his chest, neither alive nor truly dead. A king killer, reborn as a monster. And wherever the ground trembles beneath heavy footsteps, Wherever war drums echo in the distance, people whisper the same terrifying name.